is the Abby Normal Podcast, here to tell you that you're weird and that's normal.
VM is all-encompassing. Voicemails, voice memos, vagina monologues. It's the shit that, like, we weren't intentionally recording.
Right.
Have you missed our friend Lety? I certainly have. Since we've been sheltering in place, I haven't been able to enjoy a happy hour with this friend.
I am Leticia Rubalcava. I love long walks on the beach, sundowns. I am a Leo. I am a bat aficionado.
If you've been listening, you know that Lety's strict parents immigrated from Mexico when she was a wee babe. She grew up in Oakland with a large extended family, enjoys online dating, vodka, and exotic pets. She doesn't like the gym or rudeness. So this is just a little VM with our extrovert friend who didn't have it so easy in school. Well, you were telling me about how your brother got beat up and you almost got in a fight too?
Not a fight. Fight would, assume that I'm giving something back in return.
Right.
I was about to get beat up and I was just like 2 punches away, not 2 punches, like her arm went up in the air and suddenly one of my other girlfriends goes back and says, oh, no, she's cool. And the 2 girls that were about to beat me up go, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Dusted me off, picked up my books and said, here you go.
Why were they jumping you to begin with?
Because I was Mexican.
And
this is when the racial wars were happening. Yeah, it was like blacks against Mexicans, Mexicans against blacks, you name it.
What was there a catalyst for this or
ongoing since before I got to that high school? My cousins went through it 3 years before that.
Yeah. What high school did you go to?
Castlemont High School.
Oh, okay.
In Oakland.
So, but you largely were able to stay out of that stuff aside from this one incident.
Yeah. And so so this is what happened. Remember me telling you this story of how my mom sent me to school in uniforms?
Yes.
So without knowing, she was keeping me away from the groups on both sides.
Right. You were like invisible to all of the groups.
Totally invisible. I didn't have too many friends, so I wasn't getting picked on.
Right. That's pretty genius of your mom.
Yeah. She didn't know what she was doing.
Mm-hmm.
And so I made friends, with everyone. I'm saying with everyone, just marginally. It wasn't anyone's best friend. Just I was cool with everyone. So when we got to high school and you had the whole racial war thing going on, I had friends on both sides. So when it was my turn to get jumped, one of my friends spotted me and said, oh, no, hold on. She's cool.
Right.
And they lifted me up. Here's your book. Brushed me off. Looked at the other girl that was crossing the street, ran towards her. There you go.
Jeez.
She didn't have the friends, though. I don't remember looking back.
Oh my gosh. That's some cold-hearted shit, Lety.
Yeah. I was just like, let me run home now. I missed it this time. I might not miss it around the corner, so.
That's true.
Yeah. So my brother got jumped, so he wasn't that lucky. And a couple of her friends got jumped too. That was just how it was.
I don't understand why you have a degree in public administration versus going into some kind of science. You're obviously excited about it.
Oh, I love it. And I was having a conversation with a friend the other day of stupid decisions that we make that you still pay for later in life.
Yes.
That first semester in college and you're declaring your degree. I went in to get my math books and they were 3 times as expensive, even probably more than my poli-sci books.
Yeah.
So my decision was financial at that moment.
Yeah, makes sense.
BA degree for partial cost or a BS for 3 times as much.
Jeez,
So
that's
I was like,
crazy.
No, I'll just stay in the liberal arts.
With all these dummies over here. Lety and I have the same degree.
So I was like, it's fine. I'll stay over here. It's cool. But it was fine.
Yeah. Maybe you should be a science teacher.
Yeah, then I'd have to go back and go through
Yeah.
that expensive degree that I didn't in the first
Yeah.
place.
Do you like kids enough to teach children?
Middle school.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did the whole classroom, pre-K through high school, and don't have the patience for elementary and high school students at the age that I was doing it. I also couldn't do it because the girls were catty and I was catty myself, and
She became an American citizen in high school. You can hear about her family on the Familia Matters episode, but there was a specific reason that she got the ball rolling on that. Did you tell me that you had to, you wanted to do that because of in-state tuition?
yes. So at that point, we were starting to discuss the in-state, out-of-state tuition fees, and just being a citizen makes everything so much easier.
In what way?
And that you don't have to prove who you are, who you aren't, are you a citizen or not. And if you click resident but not citizen, you have to provide a whole bunch of other pieces of documents. So one of those stupid choices that I didn't do.
Uh-huh.
There's a Pell Grant or one of those grants that says if you're the first one in your family to get a degree or especially master's, they were able to cover almost the entire tuition.
Right.
I qualified. But something was wrong with my citizenship. You had to be a citizen.
Oh. So you had to be a citizen and the first person in your family.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right. And then you get this grant that covers blah, blah, blah. Well, at first, I was just able to provide a copy of my passport, and that was proof enough.
Okay.
The next semester, it wasn't. So they needed me to do something. They needed me to fix something with my citizenship at the office. What is it?
I don't even know.
Office. The U.S. consulate.
Okay.
Blah, blah, blah.
That sounds official.
Yeah. And every single time I would just be so nervous that if I have to go do this, what are they going to ask me to provide? What do I need to prove
Yeah.
that I am a citizen?
Yeah, that seems intimidating.
So I never went. And I was always so afraid to even ask my boss, hey, I need to take a day off to fix my citizenship.
Yeah.
That just worried me so much. What is this going to open?
Yeah.
What is this going to cause? What is going to go through his mind? All these concerns that I had in my mind to get this fixed, I never got it fixed. So I just paid the full.
No.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah. So now I have student loans to pay for that. Again, mistakes you do back then that you still pay for.
Right. Yes.
So
Now that you know what you know about student loans.
So after I graduated, and I don't remember why else I had to provide citizenship and I had to get it fixed. But I finally went, and when I called, they said, well, you can just do this at a Social Security office. And I said, great. So I called Social Security, and at one point they're like, oh, well, you can do this at a post office.
Oh my gosh. No.
Yeah, I just showed up. They just had to see me in person,
No.
that I matched the picture, and that was it. It took 15 minutes.
Shut up.
Mm-hmm. Just someone had to see me in person.
No. That's all.
That's all it was. That's all it was. And I could have saved over $25,000.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, so dumb.
It's so dumb. But you could just imagine everything you hear, everything that they say. And mind you, the government is doing crazy things now. They weren't as crazy then, but that was my concern.
Right.
I was so worried that if I move things around, something would happen. Something might get, maybe something was, whatever it was, my fear was just all over the place for,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And so I never didn't do that. Let me just keep going. I'll figure it out. I want to get my master's and I don't want to delay anything. I'm working on this. I'll just prove that I'm an amazing person and
Oh my god.
come to find out that that's all they needed.
Yeah.
They just needed to see me.
Well, you just never know every time you deal with government bureaucracy, it's going to take forever. There's going to be a million papers you have to fill out. You're going to mess up some papers and have to redo them, and then you're going to have to come back. So you have that whole layer, and then you have the other layer, which is fear of like, what if I draw attention to myself and they're like, oh, well, you don't, whatever.
Yeah. And at that
Thank you for notifying us because now you have to go.
And at that point, they were sending people back to Mexico. They were sending people back. And like, well, now you just have to wait there until we fix it and then you can come back.
Oh my God.
Whether it was 3 months, 2 months, 1 month, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Whatever it was. And usually that was related to resident to citizen or one or the other. But again, my brain was just not able to handle that at that moment.
Totally. Yeah, I feel like your brain just hits roadblocks sometimes. It's like you're thinking about all of those what ifs, and then your brain's like, I can't process this, so I'm just going to shut down and we're not doing anything.
Yeah. We're not going to do anything. We're just going to continue doing this master's program.
Right.
Just do it. Just pay it. Get it done.
Get it done. Then I can think about that.
Then I can think about it. Pay the full, sure. I will pay them the full fees. Yes. Take it.
Yeah.
And all it took was 15 minutes.
Congratulations, though, about your master's degree.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm very proud of it.
You should.
Yeah. I wish it didn't cost me as much as it did.
So do I.
And I remember just walking like, that's it? It's like, yep, that's it. Like, are you sure you don't need anything else? Like, I'd packed everything. Like, all my pictures, all my IDs, my social security card. My Mexican passport, everything.
Yeah, you're like, here's my baby teeth.
My birth certificate, everything. I was ready. Just like, they just needed to see me.
So frustrating.
Someone just had to look at me and just click a button.
Yeah, like, she's a human.
Yeah.
Click.
She matches the picture. Yes.